Okay, this is the Psychotic Strength Podcast. This is Tyler Toby Townsend.
I'm Laura Hyatt.
And yeah, we got Laura today, and we'll see how this goes. Cool. So we'll hit gym updates first. I hit the gym like once last week, which sucks because I have a competition in 2 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I got nationals. So,
yeah, shit.
yeah, I'm not excited about how much this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the less you... I always take the week before off,
Yeah.
like completely. But now it's been like 3 weeks, and so I'm like, shit. Yeah, I got like a week left, so I want to get back in the gym and at least get my body back into working. Because I did circus dumbbell. I tried to throw up, it was like 180 pounds. Because the dumbbell's 220.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know who the fuck's going to get that.
Yeah.
But I got the damn thing to my shoulder. And the one we have isn't long enough for me to get that much weight across my back.
Yeah.
So some people tip it,
Yeah.
right? Which I can't do. I just don't have the shoulder mobility to have it up like that. So I throw it across my back almost like a squat, and then I throw, right? But the one we have that's at least similar to the one we're using over there
Yeah.
is it's just too short.
Yeah.
So I have to like hold it and press it and spin it in the air to get it up directly. Either it spins or I'm going to have to. So I don't know. But the day after I was like, my whole core was on fire. Like my legs, my whole body from just throwing this big old fucking thing up. It's like throwing up a little person.
Yeah. Oh my
You
gosh.
know? 100, I mean, to me,
180 is a lot of
180 is
adults.
yeah, 180 is a little person to me. You know, so.
It's a lot of adults.
Yeah. It's okay. Little people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm stoked to have you in here, man. I don't think we've had any Strongwomen here yet.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm very amateur, so.
You're doing great, man, so far. At least from what I can see. So, gym update first. How's your gym going?
I've been on kind of a weight loss, more recovery program, so it's just been kind of base level strength training, nothing super exciting.
Okay.
I'm a horrific athlete and like to go off program and do a log press here and there, but it's been very mediocre.
So do you have someone writing your stuff?
Yeah, Jim Riddle is my
Jim.
coach.
Yes.
Yeah, Jim's been amazing.
Yeah.
So
He really is just an amazing person.
Yeah.
Just giving back to the community, like just being great, man.
he doesn't give a shit as long as you're kind and I don't know, reciprocative.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. He's putting in all this effort to like write for people.
Yeah.
He's in there with you at the gym, all that other stuff. I mean, I feel like he's like, as long as you're participating,
Yeah.
he's into it. So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, and he does his sports massage therapy as well. So if you fuck yourself up, you can just go see Jim.
Dude, he fixed my shoulder. So I had an impingement for almost a year.
Yeah.
And he fucking fixed it. Like I was getting furious because I couldn't even work out. What doesn't use your shoulder?
What doesn't?
You know, like, god damn it.
Yeah.
They'll go, just do legs. No, but like a squat,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Yeah.
Everything hurts, man. Deadlift, everything.
Yeah.
So it was really bullshit. I lost a lot of size in my shoulders because it was like a year. Because I'm an ass. And I was teaching a class.
Yeah.
So my buddy owns Forge Combat Academy.
Yeah. We went over there for sumo.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that's Chris. I was teaching like a powerlifting class there. It was like 12 students in there. I'm trying to teach all these people at one time, and it was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
I love doing it, but I'm definitely glad I'm not anymore because I feel like this is definitely not a class thing to do.
No, I think 12 is way too much. 4 to 5 sounds
Well, I mean,
good,
I had the two biggest things I had was someone tore a pec. I haven't trained anyone over 50 before.
Oh, yeah.
So I push myself really hard. I also write my programming that way. I write my programming for people around my age who have the same drive. So it was very, I learned a lot, right? Dealing with women. It was the first time I trained women.
Yeah.
It was the first time I trained older people. It was the first time I trained like 16-year-olds. I trained a 16-year-old, took him up to Tacoma, and he fucking killed his powerlifting meet.
Yeah.
He didn't listen very well.
No.
I feel like everyone fucks up their first powerlifting meet
Okay.
because it's so many commands. He did really well on his bench, his squat. He just didn't listen to commands,
Yeah.
so he zeroed both.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he even got the squat that we were looking for. And then it's, at the same time, it was my first time coaching at a powerlifting meet.
Yeah.
So when I go as an athlete, which I've never done a powerlifting meet as an athlete myself. I love strongman too much. Just three lifts is it's boring to me.
It's very boring to me
Yeah.
too. But I get it. I can understand it. So.
Well, so I also, you have to submit numbers, right? And I just did that wrong. I was like, we're going to hit your 90% first, and then we're going to go and see if you can hit a PR. It's a comp. He's like, shaky leg.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I expect everyone to compete the way I do, which is just like, everything's going to go better, right? But he did not hit what he was going to hit. So, but he got his deadlift, and he hit a PR. That was great, but it was just a weird experience.
Well, yeah, and being a coach, you kind of have to coach the person, not yourself.
Right.
I coached rugby for a while. I coached the Portland Pigs, the women's D1 division.
Nice.
And it was super fun to not only be an athlete for that team, but also to turn around and then get to coach the women and the men's team.
Yeah,
so
nice.
You really have to not expect your level of tenacity out of others because they're not you. And that's why you're
extremely difficult.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
I've had to learn that in real estate.
Yeah.
I cooked for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So I was like in management, like Sue was as far as I wanted to go because you go any further, you get stuck in an office.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't want to do that. So I've been teaching people for a long time, and now I just got a job as an academy coach for soccer.
Nice.
So I'm excited. It's little girls, 12-year-old girls, right? So it's definitely different, but I really enjoy it. You learn a lot about yourself, but what you're saying, you have to tailor what you're doing for your athletes, and it's definitely a huge process to learn. That's why I got pretty upset. I mean, we talked a little bit about Brady. I mean, we're back and forth, me and him. Sometimes we're friends, sometimes we're not, depending on his mood, I guess. But he started training people a year after he started lifting.
Yeah.
And I was very just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like you could really hurt somebody. You can do all that other stuff. Luckily, I don't think that he actually ended up hurting anybody or something of that nature, but he's lucky, right? There's a lot of people who do shit like that and really fuck some people up. Or now you're setting standards in people that just aren't realistic or you're setting them in bad habits. Like, just how are you supposed to, after a year, have good habits?
Yeah, and it's also, you have to coach from your level of ability and your audience. One thing that we kind of ran into when I was coaching the rugby team was we had someone there's rugby league and rugby union, so two different flavors, basically.
Okay.
Rules are a little bit different, it's very technical. He was used to one style, and we play a different style. He's used to a certain level of expectation, and we're not being paid to play.
Right.
So we'll go fuck shit up, go have a beer after, and then have a nice time.
Yeah.
So when you're writing program and you're writing your expectations, basically, you have to understand, what is this person wanting out of this?
Right.
Are these 12-year-old girls who just need to play soccer to get out of the house to have an extracurricular activity, or is this going to be a professional player or a professional athlete? That's
the
lot
big
that you're
difference
not
going
gonna...
from rec to like academy.
Yeah.
These girls' commitment is big.
Yeah.
It's real big. Yeah.
And their focus is going to be a lot different.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for you. It's fun. I coached girls rugby at its inception. I think it was 2018, 2019.
Nice.
So kindergarten up to 7th grade, I believe, is still the youngest that they can do contact. So you got K through 6, K through 7 of just heinous little kids that just want, when can I tackle? When can I tackle?
Yeah.
Keep in it. You can beat people up later on, but let's learn how to pass the ball first.
Right. Let's learn the basics.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun to see tiny humans so excited to just tear shit up. I don't know. It's fun.
So my son did rugby for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Or 3 seasons, I guess, right? He hated it.
Yeah?
He hated it. He's just a sweetheart. He doesn't want to play football. The contact part is not his thing.
Oh, no.
It sucks. He's like 6 foot and he's 16.
Yeah.
He's a big ass kid, right? Like, he would be great at football, rugby, but he wants to play soccer. I mean, he's a goalie, so it works fine. But like, I'm just looking at him like, there's so much potential here. Just go fuck some shit up, dude. Like,
it's like, I don't want to hurt anybody.
right.
Yeah.
Well, so I've actually been teaching him. I played soccer for fucking ever, right? 180 pounds when I was doing that, by the way.
Now you're circle dumbbell pressing, you know?
Yeah. Well, now I'm a fucking semi on this field, just like, just like trying not to fall over.
Yeah.
Every time I fall, it hurts, you know? I raced the girls like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, here's what's going to happen, because they weren't doing enough cardio for me.
Yeah.
They just weren't participating enough.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how about this? I'll race you all. If I win, you do double cardio for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then if I lose, you don't do any cardio for a week. These are like 10-year-old girls.
Yeah.
I'm like, I fucking got this.
No.
And I'm going. And I look over and this little girl's keeping stride. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And I just put it all the way on, tore a hamstring, and just hit the ground and was like, not only am I hurt now, but now they don't have to do any cardio. Because I can't just,
No, you can't take it back.
And then these little girls, I feel like you let us win. I don't do that. I don't give a fuck that you're 10. I was trying to smash you guys into the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit.
No.
But rugby was really, I've never played. I've never watched.
Yeah.
Nothing. So watching my son do something I have no idea about
Yeah.
was so hard for me.
Yeah.
And all they wanted to do, they moved him up when he was going to 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to push him up to the 7th grade level so he could do contact.
Yeah.
Because he was so big.
Yeah.
Which is what made him quit.
That's a bummer.
And it sucks, man, because
Yeah.
he would have been really good. He runs like he's carrying a stone.
Look, okay, I have something personal to say about it.
Okay.
It's being tall as shit, okay?
Yeah, I get it.
Because I remember started playing rugby in high school. It was like 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. And
oh man, you're
I'm a
very
baby.
young.
I am a baby.
Okay.
It's fine. We can. I ran like with my back leaning backwards and would like knees to chest almost. That's how I would run.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrific. I'd never played any sport like that before. I'd always been like an active kid, but that was my first like organize, get on the field, do something about it.
Wow.
It took me a year to learn how to just run correctly.
Yeah.
And my nickname was Baby Gazelle because all you had to do was aim for the ankles or legs and you just
hit the
I
ground.
just hit the ground.
So he runs over his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very insane. So he got huge fucking fast.
Yeah.
Like just all of a sudden he just got like a foot and a half taller. So I get that he's trying to figure out his body.
Yeah.
But he like starts and he's like, and it's like it looks like a cartoon gallop start.
Yeah.
And then when he's running, the thing is with soccer, I'm like, you need to pull your shoulders back because you need to cut. You need to be quick. If you're just leaned over your feet the whole time, you're not going to stop.
No.
And I'm like trying to teach him how to do it. I was a goalie myself, and I enjoyed thoroughly hurting people. It was my favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to teach him how to do the same thing. In that, I was taught to do it this way because it's safer for you. And what you're doing is like if someone's coming for the ball, you rush them. First of all, it scares the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And they make a mistake, right?
Yeah.
And then second, you're closing the goal by closing distance.
The distance.
And then you dive at the ball and you roll over it. Mm-hmm. The thing is, they're coming directly at you, so usually you take them with you.
Yeah.
That's what I learned doing it, and I enjoyed the fuck out of it. So I started just plowing people when they're coming. I even had like my defensive line. I'm like, just let him through. We'll give him one goal, and he'll never be back.
Yep.
And I would like miss the ball and crush these people. I broke like 4 legs in soccer in my 12-year career, and it was the same thing in football. I was a real fucking asshole. My coach knew that, and he put me in on purpose to like, hurt people.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a different person than I was back then. Because it was, I was a very angry child, right? So I was really trying to hurt people. I snapped someone's leg, a quarterback. So I would 4-point stance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm shoving through, and I'd be about that height the whole way. So someone couldn't stop me, so he took my feet out.
Yeah.
Well, I also wrestled, so my upper body was pretty strong. So I'm just like almost handstanding, and my whole body dove diagonally into this dude's leg. So I have his foot tucked in under my shoulder, and I'm laying down, and he's standing straight up. And I'm like looking at his leg and just like,
Yeah.
I stand up, and his leg is like, I think the only thing holding his leg on was skin.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You got through both, for sure.
Like, it was fucking gross, bro. This dude literally started shaking and hit the ground. He just went into shock, and I was like, bitch. You know, like, of course, like, I got up and was like talking shit, but I was really like, oh my God, what did I just do to you? So that kid's life's ruined. You know, like, just, that's not, you're never healing from that fucking thing. They probably had to reconstruct his whole leg. I mean, that's muscle tear. That's fucking breakthrough bone. That's not just a fracture or a break. Like, that's fucking nuts, dude. Like, and it was the angle really that I landed at, you know, and it was, did I want it? Sure. That horrific? Not really. Like, so it was nuts. So rugby though, like, I love rugby. I wish I would have found it when I was younger, because I loved football. I refused to play anything but defense because I just wanted to tackle people, right? But rugby is so smart in the way you have to learn. You don't have pads.
No.
You got to learn how to actually tackle.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I didn't get good at football until I got good at wrestling.
Yeah.
And found out what body mechanics means, what landing correctly means, hitting someone in the right spot, what that's about. And so how do you feel about that?
I think a big reason why Strongman was such an easy translation for me was because of the body mechanics that you have to learn from rugby. Power from your hips, tight core, shoulders back, all that fun shit. I was a very angry kid too.
Nice.
So I was like, give me a sport. I'm tall as shit. I don't like basketball. I hate the sound of the sneakers in the gym. They're just dumb. Soccer to me was dumb. I'm like, why do they fall to the ground and pretend like they're hurt? Are you kidding me? I suck at tennis. So I was like, give me a sport where, and body types. That was another big thing for me. When you look at basketball players, typically there's a very specific body type.
Yeah.
When you look at soccer players, you kind of have some movement with the goalies, but there's still a very specific body type you see. Yeah. Well, in rugby, each position it's not necessarily written for a body type, but there are structures that work a lot better in certain positions.
Because you need
it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a lock. I am a very good leverage point. My job is to, in the scrum, push all of that body weight against whoever else is on the other side to then gain possession of the ball. So if I'm already a powerhouse, I'll just go lift some weights and I'll be more of a powerhouse.
Okay.
And that was really fun. You see people, men and women of all different shapes and sizes, and they're in all of these different positions, and whatever they're doing is very key. You want your hooker to be sometimes a chunkier but tinier person, because they need to get in there and need to fucking grab that ball.
Yeah.
Your wings are usually super tiny, very, very fast people. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You need someone dumb and slow to hit people and move shit? I got you. I got it. You can count on me for endurance, not speed.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have endurance?
That's it. Not speed.
Okay.
I'll be out there for the full 90 minutes. I'm not gonna like it.
I will throw up later.
I will. Yeah, it was fun. I will always say that rugby saved my life for sure, because I was a very, very angry teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. It's a good time.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
And now you get to coach it.
I used to coach it.
Okay.
I was just an assistant coach. Liz is an amazing human. But it was really fun to be that person to kind of solve those little gaps in athletes, especially newer athletes.
Yeah.
Especially in an adult league, I've coached surgeons, I've coached neurologists, I've coached real estate agents, I've coached bankers, I've coached your local pot shop guy, whatever, you name it. It's so cool to just see humans from all different walks of life just come on a field, beat the shit out of each other, and then go grab beers after. That's super fun to me.
Yeah.
It was really awesome as well. The coaching staff is very integrated for the men's and women's team. So if the men's team were down a coach, I'd go run drills for them, and they fucking hated it. I don't know. They did not seem happy.
Okay.
But
Are you just rough on them, or are they just mad because you're
I
a
just
chick?
expect the exact
okay.
thing from them that I do my own team.
Right.
And they're like, oh, fuck, Laura's here.
Yeah.
We gotta work. But it's very, very awesome to step in and kind of see like how somebody's doing something. Like a team's playing, and you can see the disconnect between individuals and go, okay, fuckers, I know exactly what I'm going to do to you next week.
Yeah.
And then come in next week and go, okay, this is what we're going to do, because you don't want to fucking talk to this guy. I don't care why, but on the field, you're going to fucking talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay? Are we cool? Okay. And then this is what we're going to do to fix this issue. And then, next week when they play their next game, to see that progression is just so cool.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, you guys fucking listen, don't you?
That's nice.
Cute.
Yeah.
No, I've never personally had any issue, I would say, with authority when coaching. I don't think anybody's, if they have said, fuck you, Laura, I'm not listening to you, it's been internally, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
There's been a couple that, might bark back or so, but I've done the classes. I have my 12-year mark in the sport to some extent, whether it be coaching or as an athlete. So you can't say shit.
Yeah.
You can say all you want, but if you have the whistle, you can talk to me. I have the whistle.
Right. Right. I know that getting on the field, even with the girls, I coached 15-year-old boys for a little while too. Yeah. Sometimes you got to just show them.
Yeah.
This is why I'm your coach, because I'm pretty fucking good at this.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. I can help you win.
Yeah.
I can help you be better. So it's definitely interesting. I have a hard time receiving coaching. So it's really difficult for me because I feel as though, I know you know what Pokemon are.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm a Pokemon.
Yeah.
If you're not better than me, you're not going to coach me. That doesn't make any sense,
Oh, it's a hard one, because I'm like that in the gym. I can't lift with any partners because I'm like, fuck you, don't tell me what to do, I don't care. I'm an asshole in the gym with that. If you're my buddy and we're lifting, not a problem. If you're like, hey buddy, you do this, partners for me are horrific. But coaching wise, I personally don't have too much of an issue because I can't play rugby anymore. So I know that I can't go on the field and fuck shit up as much as I want to or could. So I'm going to teach you how to do better. So as long as you can see a difference in yourself and I can show you what those differences are and how you've progressed. One thing I was going to do for my team was like individual stats and whatnot, but that's a lot of data, A, B. So it's hard to show progression, but I try to be better coachable because I've coached a lot of hard-headed individuals.
Right. So I'm very teachable.
Yeah.
The hard part is getting the job for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm very sticking up for myself here.
Yeah.
Like we'll have conversations. I'll basically interview somebody a couple times. I haven't had anyone coach me for longer than like a year. It's just not something I have. I just haven't found anybody I think that's a good fit, know? And it's hard because of what you're saying, just because somebody isn't like a pro or whatever the fuck doesn't mean they won't be a good coach. And I mean, I like Jim a lot.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous to talk to him, right? So I've been training 5-3-1 for fucking 8 years.
Yeah.
And it's worked. I've consistently gotten stronger, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure there's other factors involved, but like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, I had Joey Stamke training me for a little bit. I feel like his style is very much overwork.
Sure.
And I love the guy to death. He's a great person. I love his little stuff that he's doing, all this bulking day 300 or whatever the fuck, right? Like, I finally had a conversation with him. I was like, I love you. This is why I'm saying this, but like, you're very monotone, bro. Like, you're very just almost robotic. He's like, yeah, everyone's saying that. And I'm like, everyone's saying it. Thank God. Like, I didn't want to be a dick, but
Yeah.
I felt like I had to say something. And he's like, yeah, but I like doing it. I'm not doing it for anybody but me and maybe my kids later when they see it. And I was like, okay, that's fucking cool, man. Like, if you're not really trying to go out there and just like go viral doing this, then I mean, do the way you want to do it. And honestly, that would be the way he's gonna go viral, is being him.
Yeah.
Finding that audience, So I had to rethink about that. It was kind of nuts, but his training method was rough, like really rough. He was great at the diet part for me.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff he had me doing, I'm like, you're like 200 pounds. I am 300. I am not doing box jumps. You're insane. My knees hurt so bad, dude. Like, it's just...
jumps.
I hate them. Like, I'm not... I don't run.
Yeah.
My stance... So this actually changed recently. My stance was, what should I practice running from? I'm not going to. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm not running from it, so I don't see why I got to practice.
Yeah.
And then my buddy was like, well, like, what if somebody needs you? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, what if you have to run to somebody to help? And I'm like, fuck you. Like, don't you dare throw that at me. I'll get there when I get there, and I hope you're alive.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Shit. So that was weird, but he does a lot of good shit. I gotta say, the only thing that, like, talking to people, learning from people, working out with people, a few things I learned. I fixed my knees by doing, like, sissy squats.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is that, dude? Like, it is the weirdest motion ever.
Yeah.
And my knees don't hurt anymore. Fucking weird, right?
Take a note of that one, but...
Yeah. Like, I mean, I seriously, like, I had pretty bad knee pain. I squat a lot, Like I played soccer for a long time. Like, it just, my knees were fucked, and now they just don't hurt anymore. Because forever I was like, how do you even strengthen your knees? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So it worked. But,
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. Just a piece of advice, I guess. Okay.
I'm taking it, because my knees are trash, too.
Yeah, do them. They're so, if you can get to doing just body weight, like 3 sets of 10, even in a rack, you'll be fine.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Noted.
Yeah. Some people are doing them with weight and like, or on a box and going
Yeah.
deep. I'm like, how about fuck that?
Yeah.
Like,
No. I gotta come back up.
Right. I always hurt myself doing dumb shit.
Dumb shit.
Like, I think that's why I was talking about the shoulder. That's how we got into the coaching.
Yeah.
Someone was squatting, and I was like, well, I feel like you should add more weight. And she's like, well, I don't know. That seems like a lot of weight. I'm like, I could put that over my head with one arm. And it was only 135 pounds.
Yeah,
Oh, really? If you do, then I'll add more weight. I was like, perfect. So a full fucking barbell with 135 pounds. I grabbed the middle, and I just pressed it. And it was off. So I shifted and held it all the way up. I couldn't put it down, right? So I got it, and I put it down. And I was like, fuck. Like, that didn't feel good. And that little bit, it made some swelling. Mm-hmm. The swelling would get sucked into my joint, which would make more swelling. Yeah. And so just motion was continuing this. It was just this vicious cycle of fucking bullshit. Yeah. And Jim fixed it. That's why I love Jim.
Jim's wonderful. And Jim's a great fucking coach, super quick before you transition. Yeah. Because...
Do it. Explain to me why. I love him.
It was super sweet. I was like, I'm doing Tyler's podcast. And he's like, oh my God, let me know how it goes. I want to, but I'm shy.
I've tried so hard to get him on here.
He wrote my program for War of Strength.
Okay.
I fucked up and hurt my shoulder right before, and I was so sad. I was so stoked. All the events were so much fun. I love to hate Husafel. You're gonna make me drag a chain? Fuck yeah. How heavy is that chain? I got you. Those chains are horrific.
Those are heavy chains.
Heavy chains. But he was super duper awesome. I am give me 5 to 6 exercises. Don't fuck with me. Get me out of the gym. Yeah. 4 or 5 times a week is fine. I only want 4 to 5, maybe 4 to 6.
Depends.
Depends. And then the second comp I did was Clash of Valkyries, which was an all-women's comp, and that was so much fun. Yeah. That was one where she's
pretty cool.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
She's amazing. the novice division was all open weight. So that was hilarious to be, at that point in time, a 250-pound, near 6-foot woman competing next to 4 foot, maybe 80 pounds. I felt bad. And those structures were great. Third program was more of I almost feel like it was a bodybuilding kind of structure where it was like 3 segments, and each segment had 4 to 5 exercises. And I was like, gym, I love you. I am not going to be in the fucking gym for 5 hours.
Yeah.
You're not. Because at a certain point, your, I think it's ATP, is much, much lower. So you're only going to beef up caffeine for how long before everything you're doing is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I was like, you got to rewrite this. I'm actively avoiding the gym, and I don't like that because I know when I go to the gym, this is what I have to do, and I can only write, fuck you, I'm not doing this so many times before I'm the problem, you know?
Yeah.
So we restructured that, and then I was able to go down to Spencer's first comp, the Valhalla Classic. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah. And that one I competed in open. I know that you're supposed I know there's controversy against, placing first in novice and then you go to open. I did podium finish in novice, so I know I kind of cheated.
What do you mean?
Well, some people have a school of thought of you can't go into open until you've placed first in novice.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
So I went from 3rd place in novice to first in open division, which sounds impressive, but for women, there's not a lot of us in the sport.
It really
so
isn't,
once you get over, middle weight and you get to heavyweight or super heavyweight, you've only got a handful of competitors.
I have I want to say almost 2/3 of the athletes I have signed up for this competition are women.
Yeah.
I was so surprised.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way. You're fucking
Thank
weights.
you.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I changed them, right?
You did.
Okay,
I looked
good.
at them and I was like, oh, fuck, much better. I was like, nobody's fucking pressing 215. Fuck you.
Damn it. So I don't know. I'm not a chick. I
okay.
expect greatness.
Maybe Inez. Maybe I think she got up to. She's always doing crazy pressing weights. Yeah, no, that was hilarious. But
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I need to know those things. Because I don't know. I had my girlfriend with me, and I had her pressing the log.
Yeah.
And what I was talking to her about, she was like, I didn't feel like it was. She's like, it was the heaviest thing I've ever done. And to be 100% with you, she didn't lock it out.
Yeah.
But it was her first time ever doing a log, and she got that much weight just about up. I was like, so this should be fine, right?
Yeah.
But it was really that I was pressing 300. So to her, it still looked like no weight.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess it was just a mental thing. I don't know how the fuck she did it. Now I want video of it because now I don't believe myself that I was like, she was like 165, 185 pounds she was pressing.
Yeah.
And I was like, did she?
Did she? Because
right.
and I don't want to be mean.
No, I get it.
The log, was it like the bigger log, the one that doesn't have the grippies in there? The smooth one that's cut out, kind of circular.
So it was the 90-pound log.
Yeah.
The big one.
Yeah. And
then weight.
And then how much weight?
I don't know now.
Okay.
Right. We didn't record it because she's very self-conscious about that.
I say that because I'm a super weak little lady with my presses. So 155 is my max log press.
Yeah.
I can move 300 to 600 in any other direction. Above my head, you're getting 155.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I'm not going to argue, but maybe we should reevaluate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just kind of like I was there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, right? Otherwise, what was I picking up?
Yeah.
And now I'm questioning everything. But I'm like, fuck it. We'll just get her back in the gym and see what we got to do. But I'm also concerned now because we've had this conversation and she's definitely in her head about it now.
Yeah. Just don't tell her what weight you're putting on. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing to do. I've coached a lot of people, and usually it's in person. I'll write a program, and it's a program for us. And usually I do crew training.
Yeah.
And so I'll have 3 or 4 of us, or 5. I had 5 at one time. That was when I get the best training done. I'm a social butterfly. Get me in the gym, especially around gym people. I just go off. I won't shut the fuck up. But I get my lifts done. The hard part is doing what I do. I have all day.
Yep.
Right? So if you don't get your lifts in, I still will. I'll be here for 3 hours. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll be here till I'm done.
Yeah.
Not so much the way people work. No. I mean, some people need to get in there and bang it out. I was working out with Genter.
Yeah.
And I love the guy. He's a great person, man. I really do. We didn't mesh completely. Doing workout partners. I'm late to everything all the time, especially 4 in the morning.
Oh, Jesus.
I will be there at 4:45.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be there at 4:30, but I'm sorry. But I will be late. And but that was probably the best working out I've ever gotten because he was close.
Yeah.
I never work out with people that are close. You know what I mean? Like just everyone's looking at me like, "Oh my God, you're so." I'm like, this isn't really that great.
Yeah.
So nothing was pushing me. So working out with him was fucking great, especially because his press was better than mine. And I was like, man, if I can help you get like even better press, your press is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
If I can just help your squat and deadlift, really, which he ended up doing really well. I mean, ended up squatting like 4 something. Almost 5 probably, but he was in his head a lot. But then when you work out with someone who's squatting 7, 5's not crazy.
No.
Right? So like it was working out. Still a sweetheart of a guy. I miss him a lot, but things work, things don't, right?
Hell yeah.
So
it happens. It's all good.
So
What's up?
You're a mechanic?
I am.
That's fucking crazy. I know a couple mechanics.
Yeah.
Hard people to deal with.
For sure.
I need work done on my car,
yes.
and they're never available, or they are and just like super flaky or whatever the fuck. I mean that's kind of just I want to say almost into every industry.
Yeah.
But you guys have a shop?
I do everything either at location or I have a garage that I can do. I'm very what we call a roadside or a backyard mechanic.
Interesting.
This is so much fun. The only formal training I had was high school. We had an ASC certified program instructor. I went to compete. It's called Skills USA, which is, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Very fun. My competitions were in like small engine repair, engine diagnostic, that kind of fun stuff.
Wow.
And to me, they're just big puzzles. I was the asshole kid that would take apart the home computer and maybe put it back together again before mom got home. Who knows?
Well, once you figure out how it works, it's kind of boring, right?
Yeah, you're like, that was cool. Anyways, next thing. Cars have always just been super fun. I am probably the most annoying gearhead to other gearheads because I don't give a fuck about who's driving the Indy 500. I love the Indy 500. Don't get me wrong. Right. It's an amazing racetrack. It's amazing. Really cool. But I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just want to fix it. Or do you have a problem? I can fix it.
Right.
It's really fun to hear a sound or to smell something or to notice how something is interacting with another system and go, oh, it's actually, it's very much like the human body. So, your tummy's growling. Is it growling like this or is it growling like this? Are you feeling this pain or this pain? Okay, well then we can move over to this. Anything carbureted, I love. I do not like computers because everything talks to everything, and you just get more complications that way.
Which is kind of why I went old.
Yeah.
Which this EFI system's pissing me off.
Yeah.
I'm getting mad.
It's a GM, right?
I guess. So I don't know anything about cars.
Okay, cool.
So I can do oil changes, brakes, all that shit.
Well, you're already...
Well, I went to... I don't tell anybody this because I hate working on cars. I like wood because you can make it do what you want.
Yeah.
Cars, you cannot. It fits or you don't, and then it just like hurts me back.
It does hurt you back.
So I have more understanding than most people.
Sure.
I just don't like doing it, right? So that's why I went older. Yeah. But it just this fucking car, man. It's a Lincoln Continental. Most of the parts are Ford.
Yeah.
It's been The whole engine's been rebuilt. They put in EFI, which is fucking cool as long as you don't turn the key too quickly.
Yeah, because you gotta let it pressurize.
Yeah, I've killed it twice, and now it's given me issues, and I think that's what fucked up the battery, or whatever alternator, or I don't really know.
That's all right.
The plan is to just change the battery and work from there, right? That's kind of how cars work.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is the issue I'm having. It's doing this. Let's start here.
Yeah.
Is it this? No. Then it's this.
Yeah.
It's not that. Then it's this.
Yeah.
Right? Like just.
It's very decision tree-ish.
Fuck. Yeah, but it gets expensive.
It does get expensive. That's why I was like, hey, if it's making silly sounds. Unfortunately, I am that friend in the friend group. I fucking love it, but I'll get the, hey Laura, and then I'll just get like video message, or voice.
Yeah.
And I personally love it. If I do ever do work on a car, I don't charge normal shop because you're paying for the ASC certifications, you're paying their overhead, you're paying their rent. Book time and actual work time is vastly fucking different.
Yeah.
So I usually just charge homie prices, and then I'll make you work with me. So you'll learn how it works. You'll have to hear me fucking talk about it.
That's fine.
That's yeah. I have a friend who used to just buy me burgers and beers for any of the work, and we just hang out, have beers, and work on whatever. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. But now he's doing his own shit. He got a girlfriend and was like, I'm gonna drive and go fix her car for her. And I was like, are you, buddy? Are you?
With all the information you gave him?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
and the whole time I'm getting like, hey, what do I do with this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, dudes are weird sometimes. But
gotta do what you gotta do. I'm here to help the game if I need to, I guess.
You know, it was funny you brought up you're a car chick, but not like you don't know who's in the indie. You know,
I don't give a fuck.
It's funny because everyone throws a big fit because like I love strongman.
Yeah.
I compete in strongman.
Yeah.
I have no idea who's going to Worlds. I have no idea who's competing here or where there or oh, did you see that lift? No. I did not.
The first Arnold Classic I got to watch, I was hospitalized for a week. I have diverticulitis. It was my first ever.
What is that?
Do you remember Brock Lesnar?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, when he left the UFC, he was diagnosed with diverticulitis. It's basically when your intestines are kind of like Swiss cheese on the inside.
Tasty.
Yeah, yummy.
Yeah.
And sometimes, what's more specifically your colon, but butt stuff.
Nice.
Sometimes that Swiss cheese can get irritated, and then food particles or like seeds can get in those, and then it can rip through. Ouch. So what I was like, oh, my stomach hurts. This is dumb. And then I tried to eat like the chia seeds and whatever fiber stuff to get stuff moving, and I tore a hole in my sigmoid colon. So I couldn't eat or drink anything. I was on an IV for an entire week. I lost like 20 pounds. Not 20, 15, excuse me. It was horrendous because you're like, bulk, and then go down to zero. Your body's like, fuck you, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that weekend was last year, 2 years ago's Arnold Classic. So I was like, well, I guess I'm watching Strongman. But that was the first ever Strongman that I'd ever watched.
Yeah, I watched this year's.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, he just reminds me of competition.
Yeah.
You ever go to competition and sometime like, I'm like, why'd you invite so many fucking people? You know? God damn. The first comp I went to was 200 people.
Oh my gosh.
We were there for 8 fucking hours.
Yeah, fuck that.
I was pissed, and it was cold. We were in, it was Dean Munsey. I don't know if you know who he is.
Sounds familiar.
He did Strongman Corp. He's the Oregon guy.
Yeah.
It was feats of strength.
Yes.
And he does it in this huge horse arena, which is super cool, but it's in March.
Yep.
And in Prineville, and it was fucking cold. So it was my first ever competition. It was 200 people. I had my dog, my 2 little kids with me. Like, it was just not a good time. And I did okay. I took 8th out of like 20-something people at my first competition. Yeah. But it was very like, it sucked. It was a terrible like, I guarantee everyone would have done better had it been like 100 people.
Yeah.
You know, it was just, he had a huge novice class, a huge open class. Like, he had no limit to how many people were coming.
Oh, Jesus.
So everyone that signed up came.
Yeah.
It was nuts. So now that's why I feel like that, after that competition, was when everybody started limiting 100 people.
I bet.
That is all.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. It's like an 8-hour competition in a freezing horse arena sucked. Like, we had to keep ourselves warm. And like, you get so pumped up. You had to warm yourself all the way up for this event.
Yeah.
You do it, and then it's an hour and a half to your next one. And you're like, it's fun to watch all these people go, but every time I watch a competition, I feel like it's like that day again.
Yeah. But also that much of a break between your movements is a huge risk for injury.
Yeah.
Because you're settling back in with that lactic acid,
Yep.
and then I can guarantee all 200 of those competitors did not like stretch and keep warm in the interim. You can't.
Well, you could see who knew what the fuck they were doing and who didn't.
Yeah.
Right? I was sitting there in a lawn chair.
Yeah.
Right? Just trying to keep my kids calm.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, you see professionals over there stretching and doing all that other shit. I'm like, who stretches, pussies? You know, like, get out of here. Yeah, I was like fucking 28 too, so it was like, yeah, I didn't give a shit. I still barely ever stretch. Now I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, I bet you are. Yeah.
How old are you?
27.
27?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
34.
Not bad.
Yeah. You said you were in high school in 2012?
Well, that was, should have been like freshman year, end of freshman year,
Nice.
2012.
Where'd you go?
I went to Century for my freshman year and then Beaverton for the rest.
So Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
It's all good.
Yep. Bucket.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your next big thing?
Well, next big thing, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to come to your comp or not yet because we're trying to move by August.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I've been very creepy on Iron Podium and looking at competitions in Florida to then backtrack what gyms are holding those competitions.
Yeah.
It is very fucking hard to find gyms that have strongman equipment. And I have had experience with gyms in this area, and I do not wish to go back to them, and I don't want to have to fucking do that again.
Yeah.
So, everything's a fucking CrossFit gym or a commercial gym, and I hate it.
It really is.
So
Florida?
Yeah.
Why?
I have MS.
Oh, well,
so
okay.
I have to, this weather is bullshit.
Yeah.
We just came back from a road trip. We literally left Washington, went all the way up to Washington, D.C., all the way down to Tampa, and then all the way back around to California to pit stop and back home. So we have seen the whole country and did our homework on the places that we liked for housing costs, cost of living, all that fun shit. Even though it sounds like it's much more expensive, cost of living is actually 22% cheaper in fucking Florida than it is in Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah.
Overall. They also have a massive retiree community, so guess what's going to be great on the books? Their MRI machines are going to be it's the 3T, it's like the fancy magnet, so they're going to have the best imaging. You've got all the sweet doctors move down there because I've got a lot of old folks to look over. I've got old lady diseases, so hell yeah, it's going to be a win-win.
All my friends are doing it.
Yeah.
They're all going to Florida, and I'm getting butthurt.
It's a bummer, but also as beautiful as the Pacific Northwest is weather fucking sucks.
I don't know. I grew up in Los Angeles. I came up here for high school.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't like the hot.
Yeah.
I hate the hot. Now, this state is fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's been weird in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
It's getting colder and hotter when it's doing the things.
Yeah.
Why is it so fucking hot in summer now?
Yeah.
I'm confused. I don't know what's happening.
We got up to like 120 a couple of years ago, I believe.
Gross.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I'm good on that.
My body's, I should say, my nervous system's issue isn't necessarily the temperature itself. It's the fact that when I got home, a couple weeks ago, it was 80 degrees. Then we went down to 50.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of crawling back up again. And a big thing with MS is temperature.
Yeah.
So a lot of people move up to the Pacific Northwest who are heat sensitive.
Yeah.
But it goes back and forth so fucking much. My nervous system doesn't have the time to accommodate for that. So I'll go into episodes, I think is a good term, of lethargy, and I can't move. I can't move and I can't speak. So we'll be 80 degrees, sunny, having a good time, going out hiking, and then tomorrow's 50 degrees and I can't leave the couch because my nervous system will not allow me to move.
Ouch.
Because it has to regulate temp. It's fucking ridiculous. So why not just be somewhere where it's
always one temperature?
60 to 90 whole year round. Rain's fine because it's a hot rain, it's a humid rain, whatever.
It's super humid. You're cool with that?
That's fine. I've had family on the East Coast, so I've been all up and down that coast for.
So I did the drive you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I was doing door-to-door sales, security
Yeah.
systems, and
Nice.
I went from here to Virginia, and then to Georgia,
Yeah.
middle of the summer,
Oh,
melting my fucking shoes.
Yep.
I had to buy new shoes every 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
so I started just replacing them at Walmart.
Yeah.
Because like I would just buy a shoe at Walmart, and every 2 weeks I would just go put on another pair and then leave.
Yep.
Like, your shoes are garbage, so you can just have these old ones back. Like, they're not in bad shape besides the fact that they're fucking melting.
Yeah.
And then I went to Texas, California. So I did that drive that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And my thought process on the entire thing is I went all over the country, and it's the most beautiful part of it. I love the Pacific Northwest.
It's the most beautiful part, I think, in trees and mountains.
Yes.
However, I want you to think back on those days. Do you
Okay.
remember seeing trash in any other part of the country? On the highways, on the beaches, in the parks?
I don't know.
No, not a fucking one, huh?
Why? They're
They-
just cleaner?
They're state laws. I don't know if they're more enforced or if people give a shit more. But we were absolutely taken aback by West Virginia, of all fucking places. That's
Really?
the state that you want to make fun of the most because it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
easy. And of course they're going to let you make fun of it. It's a fucking gorgeous place. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And from
The trees were weird.
weird,
Yeah.
very old.
Yeah.
Very kind of spooky.
Yeah. That's a
Very
good way to
spooky.
put it. Yeah.
Because you're like, fuck, people have been here forever.
Oh, yeah.
And Pacific Northwest, you can still go into the Gifford Pinchot and you know that people have not touched certain parts of that forest, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you go down to our beaches, you drive down our highways, you are in any city, whatever, and you've got trash and piss and shit and tents and whatever all over the place. And it's a continuous
Damn.
not taking care of anything.
Killing me, man.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
But just thinking about even just the trash.
Yeah.
One of my best friends lives down in San Bernardino. So we went over to Santa Monica, went over to the beaches, did some
Yeah.
boardwalk, sat on the beach, and I'm like, oh, this is the exact same beach that I get, a couple 1,000 miles up north, and there's just trash everywhere. You can't walk on the sand without shoes because there's so much shit on there. East Coast isn't like that.
Yeah.
Now I understand that there's other factors at play, and that's fine, whatever. But it's a bummer to be in one of the most beautiful parts of the country and have it
Just be
not
mistreated?
Just be mistreated.
Yeah.
And that was a big bummer for us. So we were like,
Interesting.
yeah.
I've never thought about it like that. That's a good way of putting it. I mean, politics wise, I don't fuck with any of that.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I know a bunch of my friends, as soon as all this shit went down, they're like, fuck the left, I'm leaving. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what that means. Have a good time.
Yeah.
They all went to Florida because like Florida is very whatever the fuck it is down
I
there.
don't know. I'm excited to. I've never lived in a red state,
Yeah.
so I'm excited to see how that is going to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it was very. You have right now Oregon, Washington, and Florida are two, I guess three. I count Oregon and Washington together.
Yeah. We're
You have
too
to.
close
You
not
have
to.
to.
Yeah.
But they're very high, like relocation rates. I can't remember the actual term for it.
Oh no, I make
a lot of
money on that shit.
A lot, I know.
Yeah.
A lot of people fucking move here.
Yeah.
However, shit, where was I going? We were trash.
Red, blue state.
Politics, red, blue. Fuck. Where's my train of thought?
I don't know.
Man.
Relocation.
It's fine. We can just keep going. I'll come back to it.
You're good. You'll remember.
It's gone.
Look up and to the right. That should help. But I mean,
about it. It's fine.
I get it. Like the red states, like I don't know, dude. Like
drivers.
Fuck
yeah, that's where I was going. Okay.
Cool.
Anyways, let's bitch about drivers real quick. Nothing makes me more mad. So you have two areas where people come all over the country to move to, right?
Yeah.
Tell me why I don't get road rage driving around in Florida. Because people pay the fuck attention. They know that they're either a tourist or they live there.
But there's so many old people.
There's so many old people. Not a fucking one of them. Not once did I go, yo, what are you doing? Why aren't you looking where you're going? Why aren't you going the speed limit? They have minimum speed limits. You can't drive on the fucking freeway in most of the country unless your car can go 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is still dangerous because, speed limit is 80 and minimum is 45. That's scary. But we don't have that up here. And up here, if I drive home from here, which is like 10 minutes away, I'm going to get pissed off. I know I am. But I think we live in an area that is very open and welcoming and accepting for you to stay exactly how you are.
Wow.
And that's fine, and that's great if that's what you're looking for. Whereas what we've seen because we even camped in Alabama, in Huntsville. We wanted to go to Rocket City, USA, and they're fucking amazing. It was an entire state of like Gladstone.
Okay.
It always looked like Gladstone. But it was really entertaining to just see how everybody else deals with tourists, with trash, with the homeless population, wherever else they may be. And
so was the homeless situation not a thing down there? Or
we did not see a single tent on the side of the freeway until we came back to, I think, California. Was when we finally did. Not to say that it's not that big of an issue, but that was us seeing from the major road systems. And when you go down the East Coast, it's really cool because you can't even see the infrastructure. I don't know if you remember coming down from like Virginia through North Carolina, through Georgia, down to Florida. You just see green unless you need to exit and then you go into your town. But here, everything is so crammed and so packed that you don't get to have trees. Whoa. There's so much like wasted space of just infrastructure when you could. I don't know.
So I guess this is a big difference here because when I was traveling, it was very like I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Right. I want to be in Washington. Yeah. I want so I'm comparing everything very negatively.
Yeah.
Right. To where like as you say these things, like I'm realizing like all the freeways like. It's not a bad drive, and you do have to go to that city that you're going to, like, and it's off the freeway.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicago, sure, fucking jam-packed, right? It is what it is.
It is a city. Yeah.
Right. There's some of them like that, but like, a lot of the East Coast, it was very like, if you want to go somewhere, it's like 5-6 minutes down the exit to get to the town.
Yeah.
Everything is out of the way and very like on purpose almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas, like, here, I do feel like it's getting so packed. Everybody's just like, fuck. Like, just building and all this other shit. I mean, when I got here 20 years ago, the 14 didn't even connect to Camas.
Yeah.
And now it's like its own fucking highway. Like, it's nuts. And Camas is crazy. Like, this house I'm doing, the $2.3 million house, why? Why is it so expensive? Like,
is nothing that makes you want to cry more than real estate costs around the country.
Yeah.
Tell me why, 3-bed, 2-bath is $200,000 in Florida, a piss away from the beach, and you can't think of anything that's going to be substantial up here. That's not going to be a massive fixer-upper. That's not going to be a trailer or whatever. It's not very first-time home buyer friendly.
So I tell everybody, and this is a part of my, I do real estate, right? So it's a part of my job, is no locals live in Clark County.
No.
It's because once they finally can get to a position of buying a house,
Yeah.
they can't afford one here.
Fuck no.
So we got to go to Longview, Kelso, Kalama. Like, so now you're telling me all the people who lived here, and we're actually creating a base and good shit,
Yeah.
have to move just to live.
Yeah.
That's fucking lame,
Yeah.
dude. Like, everyone who's buying in the city is either selling to buy,
Yeah.
or like very well off,
Yeah.
right? Or they're moving here from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating. I want to say 80% of my business is Cowles County.
Yeah.
Because I've lived here for so long that, like, I deal with all the locals and people who live here. So that means we're moving up north.
Yep.
You know, like, that's what it is, and
Yeah.
it sucks. Like, I mean, I myself was looking into getting another house again, and just on, I make really good money,
Yeah.
right?
But you don't make enough.
I don't make enough.
Don't
Like,
make
so
enough.
wait, I need two of me
Yeah.
to afford a normal fucking house here.
House. Yeah.
That's bullshit. And that's with, like, selling my own to buy another one.
Yeah.
Like, and fuck. Like, I live in East Vancouver, and in the part I'm living in, I hear gunshots.
Yeah.
Like, I hear, like, how in the fuck in Vancouver?
Right.
I grew up in Los Angeles. Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I moved up here to get the fuck away from all that bullshit. Why is it following me?
Yeah.
Why did I bring it? You know,
Yeah.
like how is Vancouver becoming like ghetto?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of it is, and it's frustrating. You know, I mean, that's nuts to think about. I keep thinking about. I didn't go in Florida. I skipped around it. Went to Georgia because I was
Yeah.
working. I hated Georgia.
Georgia, depending on where you're at, the weather fucking sucks. If
Yeah.
you're over here and you're like, yes, give me that 50 degrees, that light little misty rain, anywhere on the other side of the Dakotas fucking sucks.
Yeah.
For sure. But also the people aren't super fun as well sometimes. So
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it on the podcast before. Georgia was the first time I realized that racism's super real, and
Yeah.
like still kicking.
yeah.
I had no idea. I grew up on the West Coast. It's not like we're so integrated over here that, like, I grew up in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I was weird being white going to my school. There wasn't a lot of us, you know? Like,
Yeah.
so it's fucking crazy to go to a state that, like, from this side of the town over, you will see nothing but whites. This side over is nothing but blacks. Like, and that's it. And I was just, it was weird.
We had to cut our trip to North Carolina very short. My mom and my uncle and my brother and his family live out there. And we went to stay with my mom for a couple days, and it was fucking horrendous because the humidity is the kind
yeah.
where you wake up, you hate life, you go to sleep, you hate life.
Or your house is fine.
Yeah.
And then you step outside and you're
and
wet.
it's disgusting. Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? I just showered.
And my wonderful fiance Sean went to like the gas station to just go get some energy drinks or something,
Right.
and came back and was like, we are leaving because we're not on the right side of town. So of course you're now my target because all of these shitty things that have been said to me, well, you're on my side of town now, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, I can't be here. I don't want to get in a fight. We gotta go.
Yeah.
So it was bummer, but
That sucks, man.
it sucks, and it's still very prevalent. It's still very real. Unfortunately, it's one of those fun little rose-colored glasses that we get to put on when we're on that side of the country.
Right.
So,
Which
yeah.
that's funny because I swear forever until that shit happened,
Yeah.
I was really like, why are you still complaining? You know, we are fine. I feel super integrated. And then you go to these places and
Yeah.
you're just like, all right, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I didn't do it.
But
I get why you're upset because these people suck.
yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, I had a cop stop me. I'm selling security systems, so I'm not in the best parts of town,
No.
right? I'm trying to make money.
Yeah.
I had a cop stop me and ask me if I was okay. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm selling security systems. He's like, you sure you want to be in this part of town? Like, like trying to make sure that the white dude in the not white part of town was
Yeah.
being safe.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel fine here.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all. But, like, it was an issue. Like, so it was either people were being extremely racist to me, Or just the sweetest fucking people. Like, invite me in. Sweetheart, I don't give a shit what you're selling. Come in here, get out of the hot heat.
Yeah.
And, like, let me get you some tea. Sweet tea? Wow. Oh, I became addicted to that shit while I was down there. Bojangles?
Yep.
I could not stop going to Bojangles, dude. It was fucking tasty.
Fuck yeah.
Buying gallons of their sweet tea. They got a Cane's chicken coming up here.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Finally, everybody gets to see what I was talking about. But yeah, it's definitely strange. So it definitely sucks you're moving.
Yeah.
You know, you're cool peeps and fucking strongman stuff. But
Yeah.
maybe you can do some shit down there.
I'm excited. Poor Jim's not gonna get to write me off just yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to come back and visit. Do you have family here?
Oh yeah, my sister lives up in Olympia, so
Okay.
I'll have to hang around. What was I gonna say? Yeah. As far as strongman goes, I would like to compete at least on a national level. I got the invite, of course, winning first place in Open this past. Was it
You're
January?
not going?
Dear God, no. Those are big boy weights.
So?
I was like, oh fuck, I have to. There's no way.
Okay, so
there's no fucking way.
I went last year,
Yeah.
right? So I wear this
Yeah.
because I have to keep reminding myself I'm an athlete,
Yeah.
right? Like, I need to do the right things. I also don't like that it says USS Nationals.
Yeah.
I've had a few people ask me, like, oh, so you're a nationalist? And I'm like,
Oh,
no. That is not the
No.
thing. Like, just, I athlete, right? Big, dumb athlete. But so 75 people were in my weight class. Half of them shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons, which I had this conversation before with a couple people, is in USS, I love Willie, stop giving novice
Yeah.
tickets to nationals. Because you're really ruining their fucking day. They should not be there.
Yeah.
I'm on a national level. I've been doing this for 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
Right? And I took 8th out of 75.
Yeah.
That's not fucking bad. How many athletes were there? 25?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to sit through 50 people just humping a fucking implement.
No.
Because they can't even pick it up.
Yeah.
You know? Like, just... So, when you say there's plenty of people there that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Out of all those people, I don't think you'd be one of them.
No, but I also don't want to. I
You
don't want
won
to waste
first place
my
in an
time.
Open.
I don't want to waste time. Okay. However, hear me out.
However, okay. What was there, like 2 people?
It was only supposed to be me.
Oh, shit.
But there was a massive snowstorm. Spencer is so sweet. That poor woman. There was a massive snowstorm in Salem,
Okay.
and I work for Vacasa, so I got us like a Vacasa house, like an Airbnb, so we can like hang out, have a place to sleep, because I'm not ever fucking driving to a comp and then competing again.
Yeah.
That was horrendous. Not doing it again. So I wanted to be somewhere, have a nice dinner, have a nice sleep. Heavyweight class is great because I don't have to fucking worry about weigh-ins. Of course I'm going to come above the number.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. So a lot of people couldn't show up because we had that snowstorm and people were driving down to Salem. So
Shit.
she had to kind of reshuffle the weights and numbers, and I think the woman I competed with didn't make her weight anyway, so she bumped her up to mine. I felt bad because, you know, you train for X amount of weights and then you get bumped up a weight class. That's a 20, 30, sometimes even 40-pound difference in some of the...
Depending on how much weight, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the whole time it was just like hey, we're here, it's snowing outside, we're gonna have a great fucking time. I'm sorry you're here.
Okay.
Because you didn't train for this, I'm just here to be silly. It was just gonna be me against myself anyway, so what the fuck does it matter what I do? I felt really bad. Just on the, I wanted to do these weights.
But how'd you do?
I did really good. I failed my log press, which was hilarious because I have a bone chip in my elbow. Jim's going to get mad at me. I have not gotten it removed yet, so this arm, it looks pretty straight. Does it look straight? No.
It's an arm.
It's an arm, yeah. It's actually a lot more scary. Anyways, I can't get a full lockout on this one.
Yeah.
So whenever I go up, it's kind of So I got it above head, but I couldn't get the lockout. So I had like 155 pounds resting on my head, and I was like, just kind of hanging out for a second. You're like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, well, first of all, I'm not hitting my head on it. It's just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
I am a lock, so I'm used to having body weight against whatever. So that was fun. I did 3 pulls for 355 on the wagon wheel, which was good because I'd never touched 355 before.
Okay.
So I had to like do the math when I walked away real quick and make sure that was the actual fucking weight they put on there. Because I was like, that was too easy. I did a 215 pound stone over bar. I think I got 2-3 reps out of it. I was feeling like absolute shit. I get nervous poops.
Nice.
So I'll like do an event, go straight to the bathroom. Am I almost up? Okay, let me go to the bathroom and then I'll come back. Yeah. So I get very anxious. Very happy for Joey. Poor guy was just laughing at me because I'm like, it was the first time ever using tacky too.
Oh, wow.
So it was a whole experience, and I'm just like, this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Next. That was really fun.
I fucking hate tacky.
I hate tacky. It was dumb. I was like, if I can't lift it up with my own body, then why am I here?
In every competition I do, tacky will not be allowed. Because I just feel like, so first of all, anytime tacky is allowed, I train on tacky. Right? First of all, I'm not going to waste all my fucking tacky.
No.
And I don't want it all over me.
No.
But second, if you can't pick up that weight by yourself, you shouldn't be able to pick it up. Like that's how this works. You have a 400-pound stone I got to pick up? I'm 5'8", sir. Just what the fuck? If I can pick up 700.
Yeah.
Can I have some longer arms, please? Like, I just look like I'm humping this Atlas stone every time. So 350, I can't get my arms around.
Yeah.
So 4, I'm hoping they're small stoning it. You know what I'm saying? Which is they fill it with iron.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Right?
That's going to be too easy.
Well, super heavies as well, which is I compete at super heavy.
Yeah.
They also up the height. I'm like, hey, Dick. Can I just be strong at my height?
Yeah.
Like, can we do that? That's not really fair.
Yeah.
You're like making things, you just want a monster here. What if I'm stronger than that monster?
Yeah.
So I have to throw and catch and press over these fucking things because I'm tiny.
Yeah.
It was funny as shit at Nationals last year. I was the last to weigh in. They barely let me even weigh in. But it was because I got stuck in the air. They're like, you should have told us you were going to be late. I'm like, I'm on a plane.
Yeah, what do you want?
What am I supposed to do? We circled.
Yeah.
For an hour because there was some sort of problem. I had proof of it, which is why they let me compete. But since I was the last to weigh in, I was first in every event.
No.
So I'm standing there, like, in front of everybody, and I looked like a child.
Oh.
As a super heavyweight, everybody's at least a foot taller than me. Just like this whole row of men behind me, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm always stoked, like, it was fucking funny, dude. I look like such a little nerd.
That's fun.
But, so we get tacky.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter for me. I have to have my hands underneath it some way. I'm trying to develop a new way to pick up a stone. Mm-hmm. It can potentially break your leg.
Yeah.
So, what I'm trying to do is chest load this. And when I say that, what you do is you lay on the stone.
Yeah, and you just...
double overhand. You tuck your knees underneath the stone and plant your feet. I'm trying to figure out how to get it, because scientifically it should work. Mm-hmm. using like planting and all that other bullshit, like from jits and wrestling and trying to figure all that stuff out. So if I can get it to work, I should be able to if I can load a stone once it's in my lap. It doesn't matter how big it is.
Yeah.
But it's getting it to my lap that's the issue.
Yeah.
So if I can just yank this thing up on my legs, sure, I got it. But having to figure that out, I will have to create a new way to make this happen.
Well, do me a favor and start out with lower weights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so here's the issue as well. What I need is some big balls.
Yeah.
Which means it's been stuffed with styrofoam, but they're large stones. Because I can't, you go down to like 150 pounds, it's too small of a stone to do it with.
Yeah.
So I need a 150-pound big stone. so I can practice this and figure out how to even fucking do it. So that's what I'm trying to develop right now. Short man's shit.
Yeah.
You know,
start with a yoga ball or something just for shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to figure it out is what I got to do. I mean, in everything else, I have an advantage. Deadlift, all that other shit, I'm into it. Log, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But my press has definitely got to go up.
Yeah.
But
that is a very fun thing, being a taller athlete in strongman comps. I'm like, oh, 48.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, no issues at all.
Yeah. No.
But I don't know, I got a problem.
It's okay.
I love it. I don't mind. I love being, I love having some sort of disadvantage. You know, it makes me feel better. It does. Then when I beat people, I'm like, I'm not just better than you, I'm way better. Because I'm tiny.
Do you watch pro wrestling?
No.
Okay. Damn it. There's a wrestler.
When I was a kid, yeah. But
there's a heel, his name's MJF, and he goes, I'm better than you, and you know it.
Oh, man. Well, that was the other thing, too, is everybody's just like, well, lose weight and just compete. No.
Yeah, fuck you.
I want to be the strongest creature that exists.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, don't call me human. I don't like those things. They fucking suck most of the time. But, like, why would I not want to be the absolute strongest of the things?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. You're just okay with mediocrity? I'm good.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah.
I'd rather be 8th as a super heavy against monsters
Yeah.
than to be first as a 200-pounder. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be shredded. That's lame. Tell me I gotta watch what I eat. I shove everything in my face.
Can't get rid of the power gut. You need it for leverage.
Right.
You know?
That's what it's for. I mean, once it gets big enough, you got no fucking lap space, which is funny as hell to watch people fuck with that.
Yeah,
but
that's a bummer.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't coach you on that, man. You gotta just figure it out.
Well, how do I, like, put it on my knees? Honestly, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like we gotta viper the fuck out of this.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to clean it. That's where we're at. Like, I don't know, dude. Like,
The biggest entertaining thing being a female strongwoman, I don't know, fucking know. I lift shit. Is figuring out whether to place above titties or below titties.
Oh, above titties.
Above titties, because you get the, like, chest.
I have titties as well.
Yeah.
So, yes, above titties.
Above titties. However, all that weight, depending on what you're doing, can damage the tissue.
Good.
For you.
Me, good.
Good.
I hope
for
it
me.
does. For you.
I have to figure out, and poor Jim will always be like, dude, you gotta load it here. I'm like, I can't fucking load it there. There's shit in the way.
Yeah.
There's shit in the way. I can't do it.
So, yeah, that's interesting. I haven't thought about that with the ladies' version. Like, that can really do some damage.
Yeah.
Not to mention, like, overall time, I'm going to go for it, saggage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you're just yanking them down with weight like that, they're already, most of the time, heavy.
Yeah.
And you're just going to, probably stretch marks, all that other shit, tearing them down.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, putting a stone up there or a log or whatever the fuck, logs, yes, I'm assuming, right? But a sandbags, stones, kegs. Oh, yeah.
Fucking hate kegs. Dear God.
Is that what that bruise on your arm is from?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a keg. That's a keg bruise.
Yeah. We were doing a keg over bar. If I have to do a keg run, I'll actually just tip it up right and bear hug it and run, because I've got long arms. I can fucking do that.
Yeah.
Fuck and thumbs. I never know what the fuck to do with my thumbs.
It's weird, right? It is weird. There's a few times where I'm just like, why do I have these?
Yeah.
Like, even an axle, everyone thinks it's super weird. I don't use my thumbs.
Oh, do you just...
Well, no, for deadlift.
Oh, yeah.
So I just slide in like this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But somebody was giving me shit because they're like, well, how do you not use your thumbs? I'm like, how does it not hurt? This big-ass bar. Like, you want me to twist in on a fucking... I don't need thumbs. Twist it in.
Yeah, if you're using figure eights on an axle, too, what the fuck do you need thumbs?
I try not to. Yeah, so I train strapless most of the time.
Same. Yeah. I don't remember the guy's name, but there's one gentleman in the gym a while back. I don't go to the gym during the days anymore. But he saw me deadlifting. He's like, why don't you train with straps? It's like, because I'd like to train my natural body strength. Yeah. And if my natural body strength isn't getting me to where I need, I will use a tool. Right. And that tool will come in handy. Until then, I'd like to do this. And he's like, well, everybody else uses straps. I'm like, that's fantastic. Right. I'm sure that everybody else couldn't bear grip 355, and that's fine. That's everybody else.
Well, so it's the same thing. I train my body for optimum muscle or whatever the fuck, right? I double overhand until I can't.
Yeah.
Then I switch grip. until I can't.
Yeah.
And then I'll use straps.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm going for a PR, I'm probably strapping in. Mostly, it's so I don't get hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because double overhand is great. Hook grip, that could fuck right off.
Yeah.
That
fuck
shit
that.
hurts. I don't know who the hell decided that was a thing. I get it. Like, I get that double overhand's the best way to do it.
Sure.
But how do you not break your fucking thumbs?
I don't know.
That shit hurts, man.
Even on like a Hercules hold, that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah, I erased that shit.
Yeah.
We got fucking thunder grips on my Hercules hold.
I love thunder grips.
Good luck. Yeah, dude. That's what it's. You're a strong man.
Yeah.
So train grip.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not take every opportunity to train grip?
Why
That's
would you not use
confusing.
thunder grips at every?
Like, it just,
I don't know.
yeah, dude. I love grip shit. I love it, man. And it was one of those things that you think you're good at certain things, and then you start competing and realizing, oh, that's actually a strength, and this is actually a weakness.
Yeah.
You know? Like, god damn it, because I thought stones were going to be, like, one of my strengths. My back is fucking crazy strong. Well, it was until I got into bigger stones.
Yeah, because then you have to widen. I have long femurs. I'm tall as shit. So for me to get down enough to do that pick is fucking hilarious to watch. My ass is this far from the ground every time. And I can't not do it that way.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
Well, it's funny too because like a 350-pound stone, 400-pound stone, I really just look like a monkey fucking a football. Like I really am just like I can't pick it up. I'm just trying real hard.
Yeah.
So I think at nationals, if I can't get my arms around it, I'm just gonna look everyone in the eyes and rub my nuts all over the stone, and just be like, "Good luck putting your face on this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't pick it up. Hopefully you can. Enjoy the smell of my sack. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, dude. Like, why not? I mean, what else am I gonna do? I always have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're not having a good time, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
So that again is another reason. What do we got time wise? I don't want to go way over. I have to take a step back from the gym, and the big reason right now is I am not enjoying it anymore. My issue is now this is a stupid issue. I'm extremely strong.
Yeah.
So my 531 fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like my 5s are in the 6s, my fucking 3s are in the 7. Like this is bullshit every week. Like my body is being just fucking destroyed, and it's just too much. So I'm not enjoying it as much anymore. So I don't go.
Yeah. Me still.
I used to go 7 days when I first started. I went 7 days a week because I wanted to.
Yeah.
Every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care about what I was doing. I was like, upper body, right? Like just go for it, whatever. But you know, I've got to get back to the point where I'm having a good time in the gym again.
Yeah.
So that I can get stronger. Because I am at that point where I'm like, I'm 34. My old man strength is starting to kick in. It's not there yet. Mm-hmm. But I'm in the mid 7s.
Yeah.
At this point, I will either be a pro or a coach.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, that's really where I'm at. If I don't get the fucking drive back to want to be a pro again, it won't happen, and I'll waste my own fucking time and body.
Yeah.
So I either need that back, or I just need to sit back and be like, fuck it.
What do you feel kind of killed the vibe for you? Was it the way your body's feeling, or is it just the numbers are looking too big and you're not seeing big enough?
This is going to sound strange. It also sounds very egotistical when I say it out loud.
Bring it.
I am so strong that I hurt me.
Yeah.
I can flex my forearms so much that my bones hurt. Like and it's compression.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts. I sneeze, I throw my back out.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm just so fucking immensely strong that I'm hurting my insides.
What do you do for recovery and for kind of the base?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, well, that's on you.
So I used to, when I was at top form, the best form I've ever been in, I was doing cryo. Mm-hmm. I was doing fucking ice baths. Again, I haven't stretched ever. Yeah. It's never been a thing for me. But I was doing recovery. I was making myself go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was up till 3 in the morning last night, right? Like, just,
Hanging out.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I gotta go to bed. I mean, I'm single, right? I have a girlfriend, but I sleep by myself a lot of the times, right? So, like, I get on my phone and I have ADHD. I'm just like, bloop, 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 like just stuck, just scrolling and just fucking around. And then I'll text somebody and they're like, go to bed. Like, oh shit, it's 2 in the morning. I'm sorry. Like, fuck. Yeah. So it's like, if I'm not sleeping at her house or with her or whatever the fuck, like I'll just be up all fucking night, man. And it sucks. So I'm not doing recovery. That is a huge issue. But I also don't have the drive to eat correctly, work out correctly, and recover correctly.
Do you feel like it's a temporary feeling, or?
I feel like it's either going to be temporary or permanent.
Well,
I'm at a transition point.
Obviously depends on you.
Of course.
And what you want.
Right. I want to win.
Yeah.
That competitive drive, that's another issue I have.
Yeah.
Is I can't step just into coaching because I want to win. I want to be stronger.
Yeah.
If I was coaching someone stronger than me, I'd be pissed off and I'd want to work out and be stronger.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can't help it. Any competition, like that little girl, oh, you let us win. I don't do that.
Yeah. No.
I don't do that ever. If you won, you won.
Yeah.
And I will high five the fuck out of you because you beat me.
Yeah.
I don't hate you for it. I like you for making me work harder because I'm going to win next time.
Yeah.
Like, just. So I don't know if me being that competitive, I'll ever be able to stop. I also don't want to go into masters.
Yeah.
I don't want to be old. I'm 34. That's old enough.
That's not that old at all.
Yeah, now that I'm 34, it's not. Yeah. At 25, it sounded terrible.
Well, yeah, but you're already at X point.
Well, so another concern I got, right? Yeah. My body hurts. This is gonna get worse. Recovery time takes longer.
Yeah.
I hurt myself. It takes longer to heal. So, like, either I get extremely serious and do what I'm gonna do now, or I need to stop and enjoy the rest of my life, right? Like, because at this point, when I started this, I was like, I will die at 50, and if I don't, I will go fight a bear. And I'll either win and live the rest of my life being like, well, I fought a bear, so I can just do that.
Yeah.
Or it'll go the most likely way, and that bear will fuck my shit up, and I can just go to sleep. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just I'm done now. Yeah. But now I'm 34, and 50 doesn't sound that far away.
So you're like, shit, what do I need to do with my time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, my daughter's 12. My son's 16. He'll be out of the house in a couple of years. It's going to be fucking weird. Yeah. What am I going to do without children? Like, all the time children, you know?
Well, and then you have to think of, do you want to be the dad that coaches other people and gets upset that he's not on that podium? Or do you want to be the dad that's on the podium himself?
Right. Well, and then at that same time, it takes away from my kids.
Yeah.
So my daughter's missing her last rec game to come with me to nationals. She chose to do it, right? She wanted to come. My son doesn't want to come, otherwise he'd come. Yeah. But, like, they have to choose. Like, I have to choose if I want to put that time in. I'm doing Academy this year. Academy is very serious.
Yeah.
It's brutal. At the same time, like, the weekend of my competition, they have their big tournament for Columbia Premier, which is the one I'm doing. So they're like, we have a big tournament. I'm like, perfect. I won't be there.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? It's our tournament. You have to be there. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I put thousands of dollars into this competition that I am hosting.
Yeah.
I won't be there. Oh, we'll get somebody else to coach. No, you won't. I said, we're not going. We're not going. Right? Like, we're doing 3 tournaments this summer. Our home one isn't one of them. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll plan better next year. Like, I don't know. I didn't know I was going to be doing this Academy thing until I've already planned everything. So it's definitely strange, man. But so if I want to be great, I have to give up some of that shit too.
You have to. I couldn't coach rugby and be a strongman athlete. I couldn't give the team that I wanted the most focus. I needed to do what I wanted for myself.
Right.
So it's a tough decision to make, but you got to make it at some point.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know that coaching helped me be better.
Yeah.
So, but I think I need to go back to doing it the way I was, which is I will help you all you want.
Yeah.
If you want to work out when I'm working out,
Yep.
doing what I want to do.
Yep.
You can hang out.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll help you all I can, but focused coaching is something I'm not ready for. I'm not ready for one-on-one, just like making someone what they need to be, which is, I don't know. So the chick I'm with too is fucking crazy. She was a ballerina her whole life till she was like 18, 19. And so her structure, like her just base strength is fucking crazy.
Right?
Like her squat's already close to 300. Nice. Like it just, yeah, and she's been doing it long. She was taking those classes with me over at Forge. But yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, she got pretty excited about it, you know, with her press being strong, whether it was what it was, you
Either
know.
way,
like,
that's impressive as shit to be able to throw that soon, you know? Yeah.
First time throwing a log up, she did pretty damn well. Even if it was just a 90-pound log with weight on it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Still fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that's really good. So, I don't know, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. I'll coach her, get her strong, make her beat you. We'll see, dude.
We'll see you on the roster.
Yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, you got to do some competitions around here, man. Come back up and travel, all that other shit.
For
even if you're moving.
Sure. I was very sad that War Strength wasn't coming around. I just wanted to prove myself. It was such a bummer to know that, like, my weights were far above what was going to happen, and then to watch someone not even be able to complete those tasks. And I was like, fuck, I would be killing it right now.
Yeah. At that last War of Strength, what was the green shirt one, right?
Yeah.
I was so surprised. I fucking destroyed everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it was to the point where I was like,
this is fair.
You guys deadlift till you're done.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go over that and win.
Yeah.
Like, so just let me know when you're ready.
Exactly.
Pick 2, 3, you guys second, third place. Like, you figure that shit out real quick, and then I'll just do more than that and be done. Right? Even the Husafeld. I was like, I went against the other top guy.
Yeah.
And when he stopped, I was like, I'm just going to come around the corner and put it down. I don't want to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did so well that time. And I was injured. I didn't even plan on doing that.
Yeah, I think I remember talking about that. But
yeah, nobody even came to watch because I was there to help.
Yeah.
And then he's like, but we don't have anybody else in the weight class. In order to get tickets to nationals, you got to... I was like, oh, motherfucker. Yeah. Craig's funny like that.
I love Craig. He's always about what can make him the most dollar at that point in time. And I love him for it because he's very predictable. He's a good...
Craig is all about Craig.
Yeah. And
that is all.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever had a conversation with him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where it's just like, hi, Craig, how are you? I'm great. I'm also this. I'm doing this. Yeah. I'm doing that. So there's no reciprocation here at all? No? We're just talking about you. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I've never had an issue with him. When I first joined hardcore, he was, I guess, other strongman athletes had let him know that I had MS, just to kind of like a keep out, like, hey, if this person, I have a hole in my, or a lesion, excuse me, in my corpus callosum. So that's the part of your brain that connects brain to body movement. So if you watch me in the gym, you'll be like, fuck, is this lady drunk? Because my balance is just, I'll bump into shit and whatever. So it was really fun to like walk into a situation and be in a completely different gym. And it is very much a meathead gym.
Oh, yeah.
And have the owner be like, oh, hey, so-and-so told me about this. How are you doing with that? Should I expect anything? Do I need to watch out for anything? And I was like,
wow.
Fuck, not that I don't ever talk about it, but I don't make that the first thing that people know, you know?
Yeah,
so it was really cool. Yeah. So I love Craig. I love
Craig.
I love that
he's a sweetheart of a fucking dude.
But he's very much what's making me money, what's about me, and that's predictable, and I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never had an issue because I know what he's about.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
As long as you don't expect anything different.
Yeah.
Craig is Craig, and that is all, you know? Like,
yeah.
Every time I say Craig, I think of Craig Christ. Have you ever heard that?
Huh.
Look up the song Craig Christ, a comedian.
Okay.
And it's basically Christ's brother, and he's a fucking party animal.
I love it.
It was hilarious. Steve something is doing it. Anyways, it was a good convo. I'd love to do it again if you're coming up and visiting or whatever. And yeah, man, thanks for coming in.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah. All right. Well, so this is the Psychotic Strength Podcast. We got Tyler Toby Townsend.
And Laura Hyatt.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you.